Doofus Outdoors, what's up? It's Jet back here with the first video of 2025, and we are T-minus 7 days to deer season. It's finally here. I'm down in Georgia this weekend. I've had some good bucks on camera down here and some good bucks back at home, so I've been back and forth with Jaron about where we were going to hunt opening weekend, and none of the bucks that we have on camera have really piqued our interest that we want to give up the time in the season to start chasing after and only focus on those bucks. So I think we're going to come down here next weekend and have a doe day and shoot as many does as we can. We've got two pretty urban properties that are both slammed full with does. So I think we're just going to take the weekend and try to slim down on some of the does, since we don't necessarily have any giant bucks that we're ready to focus on yet. Splits is back this year, and this one property that I'm headed to right now, it's more of like a rut. They traveled this property during the rut, so I'm trying to hold out till maybe closer to the rut to see maybe if I can't get something bigger on camera, something a little better than splits this year. I'm thinking I'm going to let him go again this year. And then there's another pretty good 10 point. He's probably maybe 120s, if that. But yeah, I'm pulling into the property now, so I'm gonna get everything loaded in the side by side and start heading back to get 2 sets hung, corn put out, and then I got some of the hemp ropes. They were like 15 bucks on sale at Track Supply, so I figured I would try them out to see how they are. Can't forget the cold waddies. So this property was clear cut way back in the day, probably 15 years ago, and it's my girlfriend's uncle's property, and it's covered up in deer. None of the neighbors hunt. I'm the only one that hunts, so I'll turn you around and show you how thick this is. It's just so grown up. This is all bedding back here, over in here, and then past all this thick stuff is nothing but oaks. So they travel back and forth, and then I'll show you when we get down here. There's a pond down here that they hang out around. We got a mineral site. So this is the pond right here, and then that over there is old row crop that they would just kind of let grow up and never done anything with. It used to be peanuts 2 or 3 years ago, and now it's just all grown up, just a bunch of thick stuff. And then this right here is the mineral site that splits, and the other 10 point that we've had. The 2 potentials for this year, probably not till next year, but they've been hitting this mineral site pretty regular. This over here was where I hunted last year. This is pretty much just a big bottom right here. It floods every time that it rains, and then the deer, they travel. This is a high spot right here. They travel this high spot all the way around the pond. It floods all the way back into there. And then the road goes back in through there and circles back up and around to the upper side of the property. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some corn put out here And then this camera's been dead for the last 2 weeks, go figure. So we'll get that done. So I've had this property for 2 years now, and last year I didn't do much of anything. I just kind of kept corn out and didn't really hunt it that much. I hunted it a few times, but for this property to not have any kind of management on it, it's had some incredible deer last year. I had one 8-point that was here, stayed here during the rut, and he was over 20 inches wide. So if he made it again to this year, he's going to be a stud. But like I said, Splits has been here this year, and then we've had another good 10-point, and then we've had like 5 or 6 other decent potential bucks. But we put in a food plot about 2 weeks ago. I'll show you it whenever we get over there, but it's coming up really good. A lot better than what we had expected it to. All we did was plow it and seed it. We didn't put any fertilizer, no lime, nothing like that. So I think this property is going to be good this year. Only time will tell, but we're hoping to smoke some does here opening weekend. So hopefully we get it done. Y'all check out this food plot. This is what we planted 2 weeks ago. As you can tell, the deer smashing it. You can see they're nipping the tops off of pretty much every bit of this. It goes all the way out to the end down there, and then goes down to the end out here, and then I've got another little circle a little bit wider than just the road, and then I've got corn and camera on the other end down there. This thing's got pretty much everything that you would want in a food plot. It's got chicories, brassica, turnips, radishes, winter wheat. It's even got a little bit of brown top millet in it. So I'm hoping that it gets some more rain. It's pretty dry. I think that's why it's not coming up amazing, but it'll be good for late season, hopefully. So deer have been using it heavy. I've got a camera right over here that's been watching it, and they've been hitting it every single day. So I guess we'll see. Y'all check out this water hole. It's hard to tell on camera, but this is absolutely wore out. I'm thinking I may switch my camera from that corn pile over there to this watering hole. Sometimes the big bucks will dodge the corn just because they associate it with people, but they gotta have water. This is between this and the pond on the other side. That's the only 2 watering holes that are around this area. So I think they're all going to be using it. This side of the food plot is looking pretty good. And that watering hole's just right here. The other camera is right here. All right, y'all. I think this is going to be the setup. May make some adjustments after we see what these deer do this week. Put out some more corn, but main part of the food plot's over here. And then this stuff hasn't grown much, but that watering hole that I told y'all about earlier is right here. So this part of the food plot seems to have the most tracks in it, so that's what we're going to make our bed off of. There hasn't been a camera back here on this side, but I put in a mock scrape with a hemp rope right there and moved the camera over here to watch that. So I guess we're going to see how it pans out. But as of right now, this is where we're hoping to hunt opening day. So we'll see y'all in 7 days. What's up, guys? We're here in South Georgia for the opening day of bow season on one of the piece of properties we got. And we've had deer coming in here every morning. So let's see if we can go on the ground. Alright, we're gonna go track this doe. They, literally as soon as we filmed the intro video for this evening, they were standing right next to us. So they come in, fed right down here to where our corn's at. We made it happen. See if I can find this thing. We watched her fall, so it shouldn't be too hard. I think I got a full pass through. Whatever. Right in the road. First one of the year. Good?
Yeah.
Alright, here she is. She ain't much, but it's open today. Said restart. It's outdoors. Restart. You got the flash on. Alright, y'all. Here she is. She ain't much, but we did what we said we were going to do for opening weekend. So this is going to feed our family throughout the winter. I'm grateful that God gives us the opportunity to be able to take off work and come down here to South Georgia and hunt. Thank you, Jaron, for coming down and filming for me this weekend. So I don't really know how to do these closing videos, but this is the first of many. So we'll see y'all next time.